How do we advise those brothers who had friends who are now Hajawirah and still spend time with them and they show them love? How do we advise those brothers and their friends that they only take knowledge from Hajuri and they remain only with them and only with you to confuse them and to take them away from the ulama? First and foremost, the Yahya al-Hajuri is an innovator. Make no mistake. He's a mubtadi'. Speaks against the Sahaba whilst claiming love for the Sahaba. Speaks against the Sahaba whilst claiming love for the Sahaba. He says, I love Uthman. Then he says, Uthman innovated. He says, I love the Sahaba. Then he says, the Sahaba, they initiated the bid'ah of irja. He said, I love the Sahaba, but the Sahaba took part in the killing of Uthman. This is kadhib and tanaqud. This is lying and contradiction to his claim. If you claim to love the Sahaba, then don't speak ill of them and don't revile them. Don't ascribe falsehood to them. Make tawbah from the falsehood that you're upon. He's a mubtadi'. He's an innovator, misguided. And whomsoever follows him in his innovation, agreeing with his innovation, then he also is a mubtadi'. He also is an innovator. Barakallahu feekum ya ikhwan. Do not be put off by those individuals who say that the follower of Jahm bin Safwan is not a Jahmi, or the follower of an innovator who agrees with his innovation and he follows him in his innovation and he defends him with his innovation, that he is not a person of bid'ah. He is a person of bid'ah. If of course he is an ignorant person and he does not know truth from falsehood, then make that clarification to him. Explain to him. If he persists upon his bid'ah, then leave him to his companionship. Leave him to his companionship. Because Jamaatul Tabligh, if you find a person, he mixes with Jamaatul Tabligh and he mixes with the Salafi. He hangs around with Jamaatul Tabligh and he hangs around with the Salafi. And he claims that Jamaatul Tabligh, that they are Ahlul Sunnah and you are Ahlul Sunnah. Then you advise that person. And you advise him and you clarify the truth to him. And if he persists, then you leave his company. As Imam Ahmad said to the man who came to him regarding the one, he said that I have a companion or I have a neighbor and he mixes, or that he keeps company with the Jahmiyyah or with the Jahmi al-Karabisi. Should I abandon him? He said, no. Explain to him and make it clear to him. If he accepts your advice, alhamdulillah. If he does not, then leave him. So we do not tolerate those individuals who now want to be the bridge between us and the innovating Hajawirah. We don't need bridges between us and Ahlul Bid'ah. Between us, barakallahu feekum, there is sufficiency for us with Ahlul Ilm and with the scholars of Salafiyah. So don't tolerate those people who say that we are mixing with you and we will mix with the staunch supporters and followers who agree with the innovations of the Hajawirah. It reminds me of a beautiful statement of Shaykh al-Fawzan, Hafidhahullah Ta'ala. He mentions, as for the one who agrees with the innovation of the innovators and he defends the innovation of the innovators, then he himself is an innovator. Because this is not the ignorant one now. He is now defending the innovators. If you find a person, he says, for example, yes, Yahya is right. Yahya is right, al-Hajuri, in saying that the Sahaba conspired in the killing of Uthman, some of them. Or that the Sahaba, that they innovated and they initiated the innovation of irja. Or that Uthman radiallahu anhu innovated. And whomsoever follows Uthman in calling the second adhan for Yawm al-Jum'ah, then he is a mubtadi'. Yes, I am with, if he says, yes, I am with Yahya, then you count him alongside Yahya al-Hajuri. Barakallahu feekum. But I would also caution against directly calling him an innovator, because it is possible that you have not understood him, but it's sufficient for you at least to keep your distance from him and do not go near him and flee with your religion from the likes of those individuals. Barakallahu feekum.